first question is who have permission to represent an other spiritual line in Europe?
First of all, I need to thank Falolu, praise to Ifa and all the Onumale and Idamale and all the Sheshe that make this possible for us. And I also thank you for making the interview, because it was a great thing. All what we are doing is to uplifting the Sheshe tradition, to not let it get spoiled from those people that wanted to destroy their own, but not our own. So back to your question, the people that have the permission in Europe, as I know, and that as it was confirmed by Araba, is Egbe Awotosin in Ukraine, which was led by Oluwo Fafemi Fatalabi Adesanya.
Some people write on the internet rumors that Oluwo Fafemi Fatalabi was here just a little time and haven't respect here in Odremo. That's the leader of Egbe Avotoshin, Oluwo Fafemi Fatalabi, Adesanya Eshudare, known here in Odremo as respective and real Babalawa.
Yes, of course. He's Oluwo Fafemi Fatalabi Shudare. He did his tefa here in Odremo in 2006, which was done by Araba and some other war. And then also, apart from his tefa, after his tefa, he passed through a lot of training and then was making a freedom, which is called it Obiye. So that's a mark of freedom that we give to someone who will know that really have the knowledge in the farm, who has really passed through the training. So he is a normal, he's Oluwo that we are very proud of. And that's why he did his mark of freedom, which is Itobiye, in 2008. And he did his tefa, as I've said, in 2006. And you know here as you respect Babalawo, and he give respect to headers, and his character is good and he's ready to learn. So, and we know him as someone who can keep the Sheshe tradition, who keep it to move it forward. We know him as someone who is not going to destroy our forefather tradition, because the tradition was our forefathers. That's why they call it Sheshe. Sheshe means the existing, who no one's know the beginning. So it has been existing for a long time. And then it was also granted the permission by Araba and the headers of Egbe Ifa Ogunti and headers of Egbe Ifa in Odremo General Council to initiate people to Ifa Orisha, to give reading to people, to solve people problem, and making neighbor, to make life easy for people.
And he can study and initiate another people in the Sheshe tradition.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Okay. The next one. The next question. It's a conclusion of that interview, which was made by one person, Marina Skylova from Russia, with Shinakuti, because Shinakuti known as one from Odremo, So my question is, does Shinakuti known here in Odoremo as Babalawo, as real Babalawo who can speak about Ifa, about the Sheshe tradition?
Well, absolutely no, because though this Shinakuti, before he was a translator to Araba, and before that his father was a translator to Araba whenever Araba has a visitor. So then his father now passed the works to him. He was then in school, so that's how he take over the work, and he was making the translator to Araba with the foreigners. So as time goes on, he gets far, and I'm one of the Awo that was present during his Tefa. Though I was still young, but I'm one of the young Awo present at that Tefa. So wondering, because I don't know where he learned his Ifa before he can say he practiced Babalawo. He get Tefa by Araba and we did Tefa for him. But for someone to get in Tefa does not say someone is practicing the Babalawo. So someone who has not learned about Ifa, how are you going to know what Ifa is saying? How are you going to say, oh, this is what Ifa says? Or this is what this Odu says?
Yes, yes.
So where does he learn his Ifa? That's another question.
Yes, yes. And the next one is right for Shinakuti said in his last interview that Tefa for women is accepted in Odoremo.
Why does he say that? Well, I'm not surprised, because there is one proverb that says, an hungry man is an hungry man, or a hungry man is an hungry man. You see, if you see the first video they did to him, the first interview, he said in the first interview that Tefa for women is forbidden in Odoremo. So why is he now saying in another interview that Tefa is accepted?
Yeah.
The reason why they are doing this
yes.
is money. Because, you know, it's difficult for an hungry person to say, oh, stop doing this, because what he will be thinking of is how to feed himself.
That is it.
But we shouldn't look at that. We have to think of the Sheshe tradition, because this, if our forefathers have get spoiled to all this, we, our own generation, will not meet it up, will not find it. But they keep it, they struggle over it. So why are we going to destroy it because of what we are going to eat for a day?
Yes, yes.
So what you are going to see compare is that the first interview he says is not accepted. Now again he says it's accepted. So there is something there.